Hello, Taurus risings. Welcome to your January forecast. Um, First of all, we have Mars entered into Capricorn. How would I start by introducing myself? That would probably be nice for you, wouldn't it? My name is Dr. McCollins. I run Saber Tree Consulting. Thank you for being here. Those of you who came over from TikTok, welcome, and thank you. You can head over to my website, sabertreeconsulting.com. There's a whole bunch of forms over there that are free digital downloads. I haven't put the month of January's calendar up yet, but I will have February and the rest of the year because I'm working on that. All of the goodies will be available for February on January 15th over on my Patreon if you're interested in that. And if you're interested in having a consult with me, you can head on over to sabretreeconsulting.com and schedule one there. I always appreciate donations. They help me to be able to continue to do what I do. Anyway, let's get into January for you, Taurus risings. And so maybe consider for Mars into Capricorn, maybe consider what spiritual, educational, or travel goals will be better for your physical health and relationships. We're talking long term here, okay? Um, and I know that Mars loves being in Capricorn because he finds a goal or he finds a thing that he wants to master, and he doesn't stop until he gets there. However, what I had said in my monthly overview of January about Mars and Capricorn this time around is that don't change your goals, but you're going to have to pivot and be flexible of how you get there. The square peg round hole thing isn't going to work this time around. And then once Venus joins the Capricorn party, Mars will kind of be able to be more flexible. But right now, um, just keep that in mind and that it's going to be one of those slow and steady wins the race type of deal. Don't worry about anybody else. Keep your eyes on your own paper and keep going. Okay. Mars is going to be in Capricorn until February 13th. On January 11th, we have the Capricorn new moon. And y'all love taking your sweet time, so the slow buildup won't drive you as nuts as it will the rest of us. But just know that this new program, okay, especially if it's school type of deal or making travel plans or something that has to do with publishing, just know that it's going to last. So it might take a long time for you to um, get the ball rolling, and it might take a lot of baby steps. But it is going to last, and you're going to have long-lasting friendships that come along with it. Moving on to January 13th, which is a Saturday. Come on. We have Mercury is moving into Capricorn. Okay. Mercury was in Sagittarius, and when Mercury is in Sagittarius, it was also with Venus. And so, even though when a sign is in Sagittarius, it's kind of like pulling back an arrow and watching it fly, when Mercury is in one of Jupiter's signs and Venus is with it, in order to get to um, that point that it's trying to make, it was using lots of words. Not all of it was necessary, okay? And it was very flowery and kind of like beating around the bush. Now that Mercury is in Capricorn, it's just whoop, okay? Might hurt some feelings. It's going to be dry and it's going to be straight to the point, okay? There might be a slow build up to it, but still it's not as flowery. Not until Venus joins the party again later, but um So you're going to have this ability to be able to communicate how your spirituality or how the new program you signed up for or the new journey that you're planning makes you feel whole. Um, and it's now easier for you to be able to express that, even if your friends aren't super supportive and maybe slightly emotional about it. So sometimes when people are either jealous because they're not making the same life choices that we're making, or they're living in this sense of fear and they're trying to protect you, they get a little bit emotional about it. Okay? And so just let them have their feelings. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Just express yourself as clearly as you can. On the 20th, which is a week later on a Saturday, we have the sun moving into Aquarius. It is now Aquarius season. Um, you're going to be looking at your career and how you present yourself, to make sure it's in alignment with you and your spiritual journey, and what slow changes do you need to make to feel fulfilled. Okay. You're doing this for you and no one else. No one else. Don't worry about anybody else. I know that's hard, Taurus, because like relationships are a thing for you, but your needs come first. Okay. On January 23rd, we have. Did I cover the new moon? I did. Yeah. On January 23rd, we have Venus is joining the Capricorn party. Okay. Um, how, how are those travel plans going with your older friend group? Okay. The one where you find yourself again. Get that itinerary set up. Just don't overindulge. Okay, because Taurus risings, you obviously have Jupiter in your sign right now. It's in your first house. And here's the thing about Jupe. He grows everything. Okay. And sometimes that everything that he grows is not good. He's based off of Zeus. Okay. And anyone who has been a fan of Greek mythology knows that he likes to over imbibe. Uh he is one who likes to have the great schmecks, well, be in power while he does that. He's definitely more of a dom. Um, but he's also kind of skeezy, right? He's not a good dude. And so when you make those plans, when you're doing what you're doing while he's still in your first house until May, be mindful of like, yeah, these things are fun, but are they good for you? Are they good for you? You're gonna Are they good for your body? What are you putting in there? Okay. What are you trying to grow? It is going to take a lot of effort for whatever it is that you're trying to do for yourself and your self-worth and who you are with Jupiter in your first house currently. Because he requires you to put the work in. Um, but he also is sometimes the sign for addictions. Okay. So Jupiter is the planet he will cause havoc. He's going to grow things, whether they're good things or bad things. He's growing everything. So just be mindful of that. Uh, this squirrel that is trying to like destroy my attic is driving me nuts. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's going to town. All right, so the final transit of the month for January is the Leo full moon, and that happens on Thursday the 25th. And what happened over the summer? because this is a culmination, an ending um, of what happened during Leo season with the Leo new moon. So, did you move over the summertime? 6 months is generally the time, especially if you moved far away from where you grew up. It's just a foreign place for you. When we're talking about that ninth house, it doesn't necessarily mean like you've jumped over the pond and you're now like living in, I don't know, the Netherlands. Um, it could be like you used to live in Texas and now you live in Maine, I don't know, or maybe you decided that Alaska was more your, cup of tea. Um, God knows why, because it's freaking cold. Both Maine and Alaska right now, not no no thank you, but whatever. 6 months is generally the point in which you've gotten over the hump of feeling, homesick, okay? Um, and so or maybe it's you've gotten enough to be able to be in this place where you're like, "This place isn't really for me," and now you're feeling wanderlust and you wanna travel around the world. Um, and so you wanna take your time, because as long as you are taking your time, then it won't negatively affect your career or your self-worth, okay? And that is all I have for you for January. Like I said, the information for February will be up on my Patreon on Monday, January 15th. Yes, I know that's Martin Luther King Day. And then 2 weeks later on the 29th, it'll be up on here, YouTube. Uh, and if you want to leave me a little tip because you like what I do, you head over to Ko-fi or Venmo. Every little bit helps. And if you want a consult, like I said, go over to Saber Tree Consulting, and sign up with one, with me, and that's it. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and know that you are worth all the good things that are headed your way. Okay, see you next month.